Hello guys, how are you doing? How are you holding up? My goodness. We are going to make bread in the bread machine. Now you guys seen yesterday, hopefully you seen the video I did on the Needy Homesteader about Heather's car accident that she and her husband Matt was in and it killed him. This video is going to be, hopefully, let's cross our fingers, inspired by Heather at TKH is going to be the hashtag. Now let's start loading this for a crusty French bread. We need about 2/3 cup of water. Now usually in bread machines you load the dry ingredients in first and then you add your wet. So we're going to put the dry in first. You get the cutest little measuring utensil that goes with it. However, you still need a dry measuring cup for your bread. Flour. I can't even think or talk today. Alright, I should have had all this stuff ready, to be honest with you. But, you know me, I winged it a lot. You know, at times I probably shouldn't wing it, but I do. Now this one isn't so picky. It doesn't tell you that you have to separate your flour, your salt away from your yeast. However, we're going to do that anyway, okay? Because you really do need to. This recipe calls for a teaspoon, 1 teaspoon of yeast. Either the bread machine yeast or regular yeast. Hey, this is what I have. This is what we use, like, all the time. So, it's what we're using now. I've got to stick this back in the freezer. Now, we will do our sugar. It calls for sugar. That we're going to put on top of the flour. Water. We need water. It says about 60 to 90 degrees. So, the sugar is 1 tablespoon. I don't like that. And I will just pull this out for the olive oil. Now I will put my second cup of flour in. It helps if you level off your flour. Kind of take it very gently. You're not in a race here. This is not a competition. Gently. This is where you get an accurate measurement. Now, salt is 2/3 teaspoon. I'm going to find a 1/3 teaspoon Why on earth did they do such an odd measure? You know what? Time for some brain power. 2/3 would be 1/2 and then 1/4. That part. That part. There. There we go. Now we do, I do believe it is 2 teaspoons of olive oil. One, two. Now, alright. Now right here, you know what? We're just going to use a regular measuring cup for the water. Because I am not into these guessing games. Alright, water. I will be right back. Alright guys, here we are. It is done. There we go. You hear that crunch? Oh yeah. This crumb is not bad at all. It's good. Now, what the real test is going to be later, and Antonia gets home, and she weighs in. But I think, honestly, bread machines are okay. Yeah, they're convenient. But you have to wait until it bakes, where you can pull the little paddle thing out. So, and that's kind of a nuisance, really. Yeah, we're Mongolians here. So, not bad. Remember, I did make a small loaf. That's why it's so small. It's crusty, because that's what it's supposed to be. I think I would like a little more rise to it. Yeah, definitely would like some more rise to it. But, otherwise, yeah, hey, you gotta like that crunch, right? And my Irish Kerrygold butter, oh yeah. Whoops. Sarge! Trying to see if I can get him in. There he goes. He is going off to eat his bread. Be happy. Alright guys. I like the book. I need to work with this a little more. But otherwise, I'd say it's a success. So, this is inspired by Heather, the Needy Homesteader. And hey, we got French crusty bread in our little bread maker.